Good day, friends. As promised, we are back today and we are going to be finishing up Idagal. I'm hoping to get through the remainder of all the new quest updates today so that we can wrap this up and then start focusing on leveling up all my alts and doing starting the gearing up process. But let's go ahead. I'm doing Oasis Produce right now, and we are going to just jump right in and get going here. Let me just close a couple of windows on my other screen so I can be focused. All right, here we go. We got to pick up some stuff around this area. Make sure I got my speed boost on. Ooh, there's the mulberries on that island. I like mulberries, but my favorite is blackberries. We need 2 more coconut trees, or Ahaba dates. Date trees. They look like coconut trees to me, but with dates instead of coconuts. Alright, turn in time.
Is there something you need? Travel with care, friend. Dangers are all about.
Collect packaged meals. And deliver, of course.
Is there something you need?
They're gonna make me ride around. Okay.
This valley belongs to the Shagani, and no one else. Travel with care, friend. Dangers are all about.
Travel with care, friend. Dangers are all about. Is there something you need?
Is there something you need?
Hey, there's a ring up there that has to be one of them that I gotta give some food to. Maybe this away. Alright. Ooh, an ore. Nice. I will take that. There goes some
Is
hunters.
there something you need?
And then up here. No, I don't want to fall to my death. Let's go back down.
What say you, traveler?
Alright, that's all finished. Well, let's go do those two scorched earth. We'll aim for scorched earth first. Status quest guide. Is there even a road? Oh, looks like the road's up there. But do I need to take the road? I don't know. Alright, time for War's Deed. That's a scary sound. didn't die. Alright, let's go this way, I guess. The bridge was out.
Do you hear that? Is that the wind? Why aren't they fighting? Bring them in. This is ridiculous. The NPCs are gonna let me die. Okay, I'm not gonna engage until they engage them. They have to tank. Alright, sending me to the next camp. Instead of that, we're gonna go circle back here for chapter 16.5. Grab some ore. Meet Rahazi. By the dragon bones. There's dragon bones. That's not where I'm supposed to be though. Okay. Maybe up top. Be able to get up here. Some dragon bones up here. Please let me get up! Nope, no such luck. Right around. Maybe there's a path up here. Nope. No luck with shortcuts.
There he is, of course, at the top of the ledge. Oh, wow. Look at all those. Dang. Are those supposed to be the ribs of a dragon? If so, that's humongous. Gosh. Alright.
It is one thing to hear the songs, but to see such evidence of them so near.
The dragons were so large, and yet Shurgnin faced them beside the lake of Idagal, and with the sword Uruthek, she brought them low. Rahazi falls silent. When she speaks again, her voice is a whisper. 3 were the children of Akizi. Know now their names, Ahushu, Nuzera, and Rabuk. Now forget them, for only Shurgnin remains. Okay. Hey, Glorfindel.
I believe Maithriel stood beside Shurugnin when she faced the dragons, but she appears in no further tale.
When Akizi chased Shurgnin north to Urishtar, the Shagani warrior fought alone. Let us leave Rahazi to contemplate the dragon bones in peace. I would take a closer look at the great statue that stands beyond the edge of the lake bed to the west. Malgazor named it the Dawn Warden, and it watches over this land from a great height. Alright, he said west. Oh, okay, so that's at the next camp. We will ride to the next camp then. We're gonna try. I think we're able to get back. Maybe this is where the bridge broke. I believe. Let's just try and get back to the road because it'll be quicker on my war steed if I'm on the actual road. Oh. My war steed doesn't want to follow the road, but I don't want to die either. Sorry, my war steed has a mind of its own today. It just wants to go zoom zoom. Some sort of fortress up there. Guessing we're gonna be sent there later. See if I can improve my graphics is set to very high for a little bit. Oh, still can't really see off into the distance. It's very hazy. Alright, we're almost to the next camp. Great heights. I guess we're gonna have to climb up there in a minute. Let's go get the stable first.
Coin, fire, and comfort find you, outsider.
I'm looking for a way up at the moment. There is no bridge, so we have to climb up this rugged area. Um, nope, nope, nope. Back the other way. Here's some stairs. Let's see where this goes. Yeah, here's Glorfindel. Look at the statue. Oh, not my, not the horse's butt. Sorry. There we go. This one does not have a head. It's pretty impressive otherwise.
The Dawn Warden is a most impressive construction, even when seen from afar.
But more so when seen from below. I understand a similar statue stands to the north in Kutzagin, but that one lies in ruin. In his own language, Malgazor named this great statue Uzur, and said many wayfarers and pilgrims travel great distances to see it. Perhaps you can speak with some of these travelers and learn what they can tell us of the Uruk-hai presence in Idagal. They will likely not know anything concerning the Tharduth, but keep open your ears.
Have you come from afar to worship Uzur, the great statue of Iziguz Menundari, the eternal ruler?
The time of his return is nearly at hand, when he will deliver Shagana from its enemies.
I dare not hope the Menundari will return during my lifetime.
Why has he not already come back to us? What more suffering could be required before he will take pity upon us? Has there not been war and bloodshed enough to merit his return?
So many wayfarers come to this statue to appeal to the Menundari for his return.
They leave us various keepsakes at the base of the statue as offerings for him, but I call it a futile endeavor. The eternal ruler will not return at a time of his choosing, not of ours. Until that moment, all we can do is watch over his sacred sites. At night, I have heard a terrible wailing, as of an anguished wind, and in the morning, assorted items have been taken from the base of Uzur. I care not for the keepsakes that are taken, but sometimes stones go missing, and because they belong to Uzur, they are sacred. I have never caught them doing it, but I suspect the scavenging beasts called Kurgrim are to blame for these thefts. If you retrieve these sacred stones from their dens to the northeast, you will prove yourself a friend to the people of this land, and to the memory of Menundari. Okay, that's that space we just rode past. Let's go down to the town, though, and see what other quests we can pick up for this area.
You are with Sharamizadi. Word of her valor has reached us even in Aradun. Something haunts this place. A foul, torturing wind. It keeps us from Imaxtul.
Travel with care, friend. Dangers are all about.
Is there something you need? What say you, traveler?
No. Which one's this? The anguished wind. The anguished wind. Hmm. Doesn't seem to be working. Mm. Mm. No reports of this one being broken. It must be missing something. Okay, here's a ward. Alright. And here's the person. That's one of those things that you gotta wait for them to spawn again, it looks like. Somebody must have done it just before we... Which is why they weren't spawning. This is 3 of 5 for the wards. There's another ward up here. onward. Here we go. Let's pick up bounties as well.
It gathers for a final attack. Ready yourself.
Find the cyclone wind. It's gonna be up top. Looks like to be close to the stable, dude. Okay, yeah, no, it's totally up top. I mean, no, no. This is not good. I fell into a hole. Great. Gotta stuck it. Yes. Where is spawn me? Right here. Okay, well, seeing that I'm now closer to this area, we're gonna change tracks here. I'm gonna go in here and kill some Kurgrim. This is also a deed, so... Is there an entrance over here? Yeah, there is. Okay. What have I got accurate on me? Oh, a dung beetle. Alright, getting some treasures, killing some Kurgrim. Wait, I got something echoed again. This is one of my friends. Oh boy. Okay, it looks like I cannot summon the assistant in here. Oh well, it's fine. There is a downstairs as well. This also feels like an area where that'll be a mission or a delving. It's usually these self-contained zones that make good delving mission locations. Still need more ancient treasures. 5 of 10 at the moment. We'll just keep killing Kingdom because they are indeed. Gonna be any of them downstairs? I'm gonna guess yes. Already did that, so let's go downstairs. Oh, that one respawned, okay. Oh. That NPC of mine has still been going. What in the world? haven't been able to get out of combat. Like, just don't die. At 1%, they just keep regenerating. Okay, well, we'll hold off a little bit. Alright, here we go. I have to say it's kind of annoying that the NPC just kind of goes off and does its own thing. Hang on. Looks like we got a chest over here. Oh, what do we trigger now? It did. Grab the chest. Grab the artifacts. Alright. Still need one more treasure piece. Let's go to the other side. Here's one right here. Okay, now we gotta defeat the lieutenant. Maybe here? Where is that lieutenant? It says I'm almost right on top of it. It's probably up top. Are you coming, little NPC? We are tracking. And of course my tracking doesn't work in here and the NPC is gone again. But I'm not in combat. Oh, yeah. Go up higher. Nope, this is a dead. This is probably. This is supposed to be the entrance? Probably. Okay. If this is supposed to be the entrance, where would the boss be? Obviously not at the entrance. There isn't a second level up. Probably they are supposed to be down here. Ooh, another chest. There he is. Okay, so he's located in the northeast corner. Alright, that completes all the quests in this area. Let's skedaddle out of here. Hopefully I will be able to not lose the NPC again. Alright, let's go upstairs. Alright, now over here. Alright, let's go up. Alright, mount up. We're at the exit. Next one, we're gonna go do infestation. Oh look, you can see the mountain from there. See? Okay, so that's weird. From this angle, the statue does have a head, but when you're up close to it, it doesn't look like it. Pretty impressive. Alright, time for war steed. Time to go zoom zoom. Rot bugs. Alright, here we go. We gotta click on these hives. And then let's shows the hives are this way. Okay, back to camp.
Riches chase you, friend.
This is the Dawn Warden. Alright, let's go upstairs. Question is, do I want to... I'm not going to go that way again. There we go. There's the whirlwind. Is my little lass with me? There she is. Found the whirlwind for you, Cyclone.
Is there something you need?
Okay, turning everything in.
I am pleased a stranger would help us in this way. I thank you for it.
When the Menendari returns, he will look favorably upon you.
Because you have aided me on this day, I will give you some advice, stranger.
The fighting strength of Ordak is greatly diminished following Barkush's war, but it is not eliminated. He would have wisdom who avoids Imakstul, the last great redoubt of Ordak in the Mur. They say the whole died upon a distant field during a war, but no empire can last without its leader. A new whole will come to power in Ordak. The surest sign of our fortunes changing would be for the Menendari to return to us first. Go in peace, and remember, the Ordakai remain a danger in Mur, despite their defeat in the north.
Thank you for indulging me in this detour, my friend.
Let us return to the dry lake bed and collect our companion who remained behind. I'm certain Rahazi will have appreciated the time she spent in contemplation, but now we must decide our next course. She's all the way back over there. Wait, let's first go turn in all of these. Finish this area. There is probably no. The best way that I found was the one that I've been using, so I don't think there's another way up. Well, maybe there is another way up. I just haven't found it. But oh well. Oh, turn in here.
What say you, traveler? Travel with care, friend. Dangers are all about.
This valley belongs to the Shagani, and no one else.
I will speak with Mizadi on behalf of the Mahera Ardu. I believe an alliance would benefit both Hamat and Aradun. Some of my men were taken by the Ordakai. We believe they are being held in Eshmakag, the Silent Mouth.
Another woman seeking to overthrow the Order High, eh? I expect us all to become fast friends. Captain Hanabu seems grateful for our aid. Promising start. But the Mahera Ardu is not an easy woman to impress.
Okay, that quest just sends us to the next zone. Which, I'm not gonna cheat and I'm gonna go use a mithril coin to get to that stable. Then I'll just ride back for the next chapter. So, Nagu is where we're going.
Sarah's zero done, friend.
We're at the stable.
Coin, fire, and comfort find you outside.
Ride out because possibly they'll send us to the same spot. So let's see. No, she was up top, right? That's right. Standing on the ledge. Oh, lag. That was a bad lag spike. Hey there, this is the new zone. This is not Angmar. This is, the new expansion. We're in Idagal. And am I playing with keyboard or controller? I'm playing with keyboard. And mouse. So I'm playing with keybinds, not point and click.
The sight of these dragon bones will never leave my memory.
Alright, and as I suspected, well, hang on. It wants us to go back to the original camp. Okay, we can go do that.
Huh.
Not exactly sure where this is gonna be. There's Inkanush, Gandalf. Hey there, Gandalf.
I trust you were not sightseeing?
No, not at all. You explained that you were gathering information about the Ordekai presence in Idagal and their relationship with the newly awoken Thardith of Damadur. And the wizard chuckles. My training was unserious, my friend, but I see you have already learned some of what I came to tell you. It was with haste that I joined Turkar's travelers after I finished my investigation in the Kalmakilla. Their road aligned with mine, for their next engagement is within the walls of Imakstul itself, and I knew your search would bring you near to that city. Listen now to what I have learned. I have made some connection between subjects about which we knew little, and now I know a great deal. In the year 2890 of the Third Age, Sharash Hul of Ordak raged against the river Usal, for it blocked the passage of his armies north. With the aid of agents of Mordor, the sorcerers devised and cast deadly spells that cracked the earth about the springs of the river. The rituals triggered great tremors in the foundation of Morgalla, collapsing reservoirs beneath the surface and causing the Usal to run dry. The quakes continued for weeks, one after another, and the ensuing noise caused by the shifting of the rocks came to be known as the Din of Stone, which the Zazani scholars I have read named Urj Zal. I showed you some of these accounts, Mallow. There are others which shed more detail upon the scope of the injury inflicted during the Din of Stone. The Usal was not the only geologic casualty of Urdak and Mordor's foul cooperation. The wells of the Usal sister river, the Agal, were partially blocked, and the Idagal lake emptied, becoming a ruin of cracked and broken mires more than 100 years after the Din of Stone. The lake has shown no sign of restoration. Where the water might have gone, I cannot say. Perhaps great caverns beneath the surface are now flooded, where once they were not. The sorcerers of Urdak have much for which to answer. Temamir. The ritual commanded by Shirashhol of Urdak damaged bastions along the entirety of Murgala, from Imakstul to the northern gate of Jajana. Much of this damage was superficial, causing a spider's web of cracks to form along the outside of buildings and knocking items off shelves. It was worse for the Temamir. The din of stone collapsed mines up and down the entirety of the ridge, and thousands of dwarfs were lost. Jiritmanish survived, but its rulers sealed the fortress in the following years and took little notice of events in the wider world. Agents of the Temamir that dared to leave Jiritmanesh attained much influence elsewhere in Middle-earth. I wonder if Koltek would have become a kinsman of the kindred of the coins in Umbar if the Temamir of Jiritmanesh had played a larger role in the region in the years following the Din of Stone. Comparing the records I found in the Kalmakilla with the tales of the Kintai of Sul-Madash, I have come to a realization, Loa. I believe the Din of Stone unleashed the fungal blight that now consumes Adagan. Note my use of the word unleashed rather than created, for I think the entity the Kintais named Sivigush, the Earth Terror, dwelt beneath Nisigim for untold ages of the world. It would have remained there forever had not the Urdagai cracked the earth during the Din of Stone. It may be the fungal blight was fed by newly flooded caverns beneath the Mur, but of that I am less certain. Ever since the Dagor Kurlanther was fought, I have believed that Tharduth must possess more hidden vaults than the one we discovered in Utugbur. After all, a fox might gain access to one hen house, and if that is where you keep all of your hens, you will soon find yourself without eggs. The hobbits of the Shire with whom I am well acquainted would not risk a breakfast without eggs, Maloa. No, it seemed clear to me that Tharduth must possess more than one hidden vault, like Utugbur. Another vault would be concealed within the rocks, the better to protect the Tharduth until the enchantment that preserved them came to its end. And also, like at Utugbur, this vault would not be accessible unless the face of the land was to be changed. Shurashul of Urdak knew nothing of the Tharduth, but the din of stone he caused would enable them to emerge when the time was right. I suspected the location of this second vault might be within Ansharu, but I see you have confirmed it for me.
After the defeat of Sauron during the War of the Ring, the Thardus tested the will of any who strayed too near.
Did they compel the soldiers and sorcerers of Urdak to seek them out? To finish what the Din of Stone had begun, clearing the blocked way into Damodar? I feel certain they did, but some to whom they spoke may have resisted. The pryings of the Tharduth are ungentle. An unprepared mind could not withstand such invasion, and with resistance would be broken. But we have an advantage, my friend. The Tharduth slumbered within their vaults for thousands of years, and during that time these servants of Morgoth possessed no knowledge of the outside world. They emerged from their hidden vaults like children, children who know nothing of present days and who must be taught. The Tharduth have chosen the Ordakai to teach them, and while the Empire of Ordak remains a danger to us, it still reels from Sauron's defeat during the War of the Ring. If the Tharduth are to learn the state of things from the Ordakai teachers, their classroom is sure to be within the fortress of Emaxdul. You will need to find a way inside, Maloa. For now, go to the northeast of Ahaba and ask Ulashar what he can tell us.
I told you we would see Tyrkart's travelers again.
They have been employed to perform a new play for the Ordokai, but Satagera has been having some trouble finishing it to her satisfaction.
I have written more plays than I can count on 10 fingers, but this one is proving more difficult than those others.
Shatagara shakes her head with disgust. The Ordokai have commissioned us to perform a new play that will inspire their people. They want it to be called The Great Triumph of Mordor and Ordak, and it is intended to convey that their defeat in the war was actually a victory, and their greatest triumph is still to come. Coin is coin, Maloa, and the performance of this play will keep Turkar travelers fed and comfortable for many months. But these are all lies.
I know these for lies because my friends were there, and they have told me how it was.
What the Ordokai have asked me to write is nothing near the truth. This has never been a problem for me before now. Think you my plays were always true? It is not so. Shatagera sighs heavily. I say I cannot understand, but that is also a falsehood. I know why I struggle so with this one. It is because my husband Turkar died in service of the war, as did so many of my friends. Those that returned were not the same. I wish you could have known Mashkanu before he fought in the north. He speaks not of it to any of us, but whatever he saw changed him. Only rarely now does he laugh, when before he was always merry. For me to write the Ordokai's words feels like betrayal. Here, see for yourself. Read the script. The despairing herdsman tends his flock. He pauses, wipes the sweat from his brow, and sees something approaching. He runs across the stage. Despairing herdsman, I see a figure upon the horizon, riding with great speed toward my humble patch of land. What tidings can this messenger bring to me that will lift my spirits? Can there be any such news? Halt, friend, and speak. From where do you ride with such speed? The messenger dismounts from his steed. Messenger, I rode for many nights from the cold, hard lands, from Gondor in the north. Despairing herdsman, Gondor? The despairing herdsman spits upon the ground. After a moment, a flower, happy for the moisture, seems to grow from the parched ground. Asks Zimilka how to activate the trick flower. Despairing herdsman, Gondor? That name is cursed. It is a land of treacherous men and sorcerous elves. When my sons and my neighbors march north with the armies of the whole, I believed they would soon return in victory. Can it be that day has arrived? Messenger, the fighting continues, my friend. I have returned to seek more soldiers. Rally to the banner of the Black Serpent, and victory will be ours. Pick up your sword and your spear. Despairing herdsman, I will. The despairing herdsman flips his shepherd crook upside down, revealing that it is actually a spear.
The only true word on that parchment is despairing.
Many were the lies that sent my friends marching north to Barkush's war, and now I add another. That victory is near at hand, despite the grave defeats I know were suffered. Here, see another portion of my script. The confident soldier and the black serpent stand outside the wall of the city. On the other side of the wall, numerous training dummies represent the cowardly soldiers of Gondor. We should see if someone can lie down and move them back and forth without being too distracting. It should look like the Gondorian soldiers are shivering with fear. If that does not come across, I can have confident soldier say something explaining it. Confident soldier. Where is the enemy? Are there no men of Gondor willing to face us? They will not leave their city to face us on the open field. The Black Serpent. The winged beasts of Mordor will make them leave. Jessamine enters, wearing her wings. She flaps them once, twice, thrice, knocking over the Gondorian training dummies. If she is fast, she can put down the wings and put on her beard to become the wizard for the next scene. Confident soldier. They are overcome by fear. The Black Serpent. Their wizard emerges. He is the true ruler of Gondor. The wizard walks slowly onto the stage, holding his back and groaning. When he sees the audience, he straightens up quickly and looks embarrassed. Then he coughs and adopts a fearsome visage. Wizard, in a moving voice, who thinks to steal my kingdom from me? The Black Serpent. It will be mine by right of conquest, wizard. Wizard, defiant. Never. They duel, and the Black Serpent cuts the wizard's wooden staff, sword, in half. Washkanu can likely do this with an ordinary weapon, but we should still cut halfway through the wooden sword in the appropriate place to ensure it will break correctly. Wizard cowardly, I must flee. Farewell! Flash pots cover his escape off stage.
Oh, it cannot be that bad, can it?
We have performed plays for the Ordokai before. Their coins spend just as well as any others, perhaps better. If we had not performed Bite of the Black Serpent in Imakstul, we would not have met Ulashar, and he might still be imprisoned there or slain.
I fought on the field before the great city in the north. I know what there befell.
The nobles of Ordak who commissioned this play would not pay for a true account of what befell their soldiers there. But Jessamine is right about this. Even an untrue play may accomplish some good. Had Satagara not written Bite of the Black Serpent, we would not have met Ulashar, and Turkar would not have asked us to spirit him to freedom.
My companions are as supportive as ever, but by itself that puts no words on the page. I will keep at it.
I fear the great triumph of Mordor and Ordak will not live up to my other works, Maloa. Let us hope the nobles who commissioned it believe otherwise.
It has been nice to catch up with Tirkar's travelers, but we should no longer delay our work. We need to scout the approach to Amak's duel, and learn if there is a way past the sentries.
Perhaps there is an unguarded location to the left or right of the main entrance that will allow you to scale one of the walls. Okay, Imakstul is this big area down here. Alright, before we go there, we're gonna go back to Durnagu.
Riches chase you, friend?
Be right back. Just gonna take a 5-minute break. Okay, let's carry on. Gotta go talk to Aranis.
Who goes there? Captain Hanabu sent you. Oh, thank Ardu. The situation here is desperate. My men and many others are trapped inside, subject to unspeakable horrors.
What say you, traveler? Is there something you need?
You want to go inside? No, no! You must not!
This valley belongs to the Shagani, and no one else.
Oh, we're wearing a different outfit. Maybe it's a guard uniform that'll allow us to pass through. Makes sense. So where is he? Gonna guess down below. Yep.
You are not one of the Ordakai. What is the meaning of this?
Jailbreak. Alright, let's go up here. Another one to the south. I am me, that's who I am. Up top. Okay. Okay, one more to free. My guess is gonna be up. Here it is, binding chains.
Well,
One more. Use the tunnel. No? Okay.
Is there something you need?
Okay. No. Not this way. Looking for a tunnel. Maybe lower. I mean, it's right up here. It's where the quest ring. Oh, wait. No, this is where the quest ring takes us. Looks like a tunnel. I can't click on anything though. Using the secret tunnel. Okay, there's a secret tunnel, but where the heck is the secret tunnel? There it is. In case you guys were looking for it. It's this little tiny hole in the wall.
You have done it! I thought I would never see them again. Not alive.
Meat of the Wasteland. We'll go work on that one. Although there's a new one to pick up.
I owe you my life, stranger. But I will not abandon the others. Are you with me?
Let's go complete instance goal break, okay? Guess sure. Travel now.
Back into the jaws of the Silent Mouth. Esh Mikag, the Silent Mouth, grinds men to dust year after year. Now, when we few have finally found the strength to escape, they threaten to execute the rest. This will not stand. Not while I draw breath. We must hurry. They may begin to execute the prisoners at any moment.
Shadow in here is kind of weird. Yeah, the shadows in this instance is pretty much messed up. Enter the torture chamber. Hear your prisoner screaming. Enter the next cell block. Okay. prison break.
Is an inspection necessary, my lord? As you can see, all of our prisoners are quite secure.
Are they, Warden? You think I am not fully aware of all that happens within our empire? I know a number of prisoners have escaped. I need these thralls obedient. I need them mining. I need them forging our weapons. Every day it seems there is a new kingdom in our lands. These upstart backstabbers betray Ordok. Now even the servants take up swords against us? Aradun and Hamat Renut march to our very doorstep.
I know you are under great pressure, my sire, but...
Silence! You will keep these thralls in line, or you will be stripped of your titles, and you will find yourself on the torturer's rack. You may have saved my son, and you may have slain a great enemy of the Empire on the field of Pelennor. But these actions mean nothing if you are not of use to me here!
Yes, my sire. I already plan to execute these prisoners as an example to the others.
Whatever gets us the weapons we need. I am leaving. You do not want me to return.
Yes, my sire. Does he suspect me? Did that wretch Otibuk say something? No, impossible. The priestess said the poison would work. Huh? What is that noise? You there, state your name! Wait, I know you. Guards! You fools! This is one of Mizadi's spies! You are stronger than you look. Guards, I will allow you to handle this one.
We abandoned the prison. What cowardice! Thralls of Eshmekag! Ratulko the Bloody has fled! Break your shackles! Rise up! And help me take this prison! Flee, Ordakai, if you value your lives! Now these dogs of Ordach will pay. There are still more to free inside, but now we have something we long have missed. I will return to Captain Hanabu with our men, and tell him of your brave deeds.
What say you, traveler? Travel with care, friend. Dangers are all about. Travel with care, friend. Dangers are all about.
There's one sends us back to the previous camp. So I think I do that turn in real quick.
May your day prove profitable.
Thanks to your efforts and the words of Sor Kamal, we now have the Araduni, the Beltani, and the former thralls of Eshmekag on our side. It is time to plan our attack on Imax-Dul. Traveling in these lands, I have made bonds with many whose stories are like mine. The tyranny and depravity of Ordach has armed us with a common resentment. As rebellion gathers at my back and allies join my table, we plan to besiege Imax-Dul. Despite our growing numbers, this will still be a difficult battle. Let us hear how everyone thinks we should proceed. We are gathered. Hamati, Araduni, Beltani, those who were once thralls of Eshmekag. Let us now plan the siege of Imax-Dul and the destruction of our enemies.
The forces of the Makera Ardu are on their way from the Dawn Warden. They will be here soon and join the forces of Hamat renewed.
We will have enough soldiers with the arrival of the Araduni, but the problem remains. Imax-Dul is situated high on the cliffs, with only one entrance across the bridge. It is most defensible. If we attempt to storm the gates across this narrow bridge, their archers will easily pick us off before any can draw swords.
Is there no other way inside the fortress?
None that we have found.
We also lack the supplies for a long siege. Haraba is blessed with food and water in a harsh land, but not nearly enough for an army. Imax-Dul has supplies enough to outlast us.
A problem indeed. We cannot have come this far only to be turned away at the gates. We must find another... What is that commotion?
Shara mi Zadi! We are under attack!
How can this be? Arm yourselves!
Betrayers of Odach! Prepare for death!
We meet again, Mizadi! For Akamat!
Did you think I would allow you to march upon my palace? Shut up! Let us see how fierce you really are.
The silver lion will fly over a pasture of gold when I finish with you! I will be back for you, Mizaki!
That was exciting.
They retreat! The night is ours! The snakes dared to launch a surprise attack at night, and yet they were easily outmatched.
Someone else approaches. Who's there? Come into the light!
I am Kotraka Saia, Princess of Ordach, I greet you, Mizadi Shara Ingari, and ask for parley.
The Saya? What is this? Are you not here with Guramul Sai?
I am not. I have come to propose an alliance.
Lower your weapons. I am listening.
Something is deeply wrong in Amaxdul. We are surrounded by enemies on all sides, and corruption stirs from within. Goramur stubbornly refuses to abandon a hopeless situation, and chooses instead to launch cowardly attacks and ally with dark powers in his desperation. I must act to protect my family. I propose a deal. Help my son and daughters escape the palace, and I will show you a secret way inside the city.
That sounds promising.
Please, hear my words. I wish only to save my family.
I cannot say I expected this. Can we trust her? Have we any choice? Tell Kotraka Saya I will hear her story. Her words must convince us to put our fates in the hands of an Ordoghai princess. Will they do this?
Wonder how long I'm gonna have to wait for this to load. Okay, so this has been a couple of bit now. I'm gonna crash this and be right back. Okay, just rebooting.
My family and I only recently arrived in Amaxdul. Life was not so different at first, trading one palace for another. But recently something has changed. Of late, I felt a growing unease, as if something was hidden from me. 2 days ago, I decided it would be necessary to act, to save the lives of my children.
Tell me of this Shara Mizadi, the one who seized your lion crown.
A pretender. A usurper. She has falsely claimed the crown of Aragin, the Queller. I humbly request the aid of more soldiers to defeat her and secure Ekhamat's alliance with Ordach.
I understand she has allied with Jajan and marches her army to Idagal in pursuit of you, Barshud. It seems your personal vendetta has endangered both the interests of the Empire and our very lives.
Surely, she has not a large enough force to threaten Amaxdul.
No, but she proves skilled at bringing others to her cause. She leads a growing rebellion against Ordach that furthers her own selfish goals. But fear not. We will deal with her one way or another. Be prepared to put your honor aside, Barshud, to cut the head off this movement before it can become a true threat.
As you say, Guramul Sai, I will prepare our forces.
I assume you overheard some of that. Our enemies are nearly at our doorstep. We must strike before they form an alliance and encircle Amaxdul.
My Sai, I bring you word from our dark ally.
Ah. Approach, priestess.
I fear our guest is becoming impatient. She feels our grip on Murjala is slipping. She would offer you great gifts, my Sai. You need only ask for her assistance. She would gladly heal my poor nephew, whose injuries from the Pelennor seem never to heal.
Betrayers of Ordach! Prepare for death!
As you wish, my Sai. However, I would advise that we find ways to defeat our enemies swiftly, or there may be consequences. My apologies, sister. I would have thought your husband would have informed you. If he has not explained, he must not want to trouble you with it. And I would not want to displease the Sai. A dark ally? I trusted Goramul to negotiate on our behalf, but was alarmed this was the first I was hearing about our mysterious guest. And troubled that neither my husband nor my sister would tell me more. I decided to go check on my son Otibuk, still infirmed months after fighting bravely on the Pelennor. Many healers have attempted, but his wounds do not heal. A mysterious illness seems to sap his strength.
Kotraka Saia! My apologies. I was just visiting my old friend. I pray for his good health. It is such a shame I was not able to save him from the king of Rohan's great cleaver of a sword. If only I had struck him down a little sooner. I will give you some privacy. Excuse me, Saia. Oh, that was close.
Looking for him. This looks like it could be an infirm. Here he is.
I could only bear to watch my son suffer for so long before I had to depart. I had 3 more children to check on. Strong-willed daughters who usually like to play tricks on the servant staff and explore the palace. But lately they also seemed troubled and unwilling to leave their room.
My daughter should be in bed at this hour, but I noticed that my youngest was missing. I asked my eldest if she knew where she was. She said she was bored and went to explore. I tried to stop her, but she ran off before I could block the door. I think she went to the garden. Sorry, Mother. Please don't be too angry with her.
At least one of my daughters was acting like herself, I thought. I went to go find her before she got herself into trouble.
Central garden. Okay. I hope that doesn't send me outside. Be right back.
Hey, I'm back. All right, we are looking for her other daughter in the garden. Something tells me it's outside. I don't know why. Alright, so no, it is not outside. Let's keep looking.
Mm-mm.
Those are just the bedrooms. Ah, here we go. Whole nother area. Okay, but this looks more like it's their bedroom. Oh, hang on. The central card, and it has to be this one here. Couldn't access it from that side. Maybe I can access it from this side. Yes.
Who or what was that? A woman?
I asked Hijaba what she was speaking to, growing increasingly concerned. I didn't really know. We call her the Pale Lady. She talks to me sometimes. I was alarmed and asked if my other daughters knew about her. Yes, she talks to all three of us. I've seen her staring at Otobok before, too. Do you think she can help him?
I tried not to panic in front of my child. Was this Pale Lady the mysterious dark ally? I needed to escort Kejiba back to bed. I hoped I would not see the Pale Lady again.
I asked Lokoya if she knew about the Pale Lady. She turned white as a sheet at the mention of the name. Yes, I don't know what she is or what she wants. She has appeared to all of us. Aunt Barkarina warned us not to mention her to anyone, so I haven't. She starts to cry. Mother, I'm afraid to leave our bedroom. Can we go back to Orodak?
I was frightened, enraged and desperate to find a way to help my children. How could Goramul have allowed this creature into our home and near our children without informing me? I decided to confront him.
I'll be right back. Okay, I am back.
You forget yourself, Kotraka. I have everything under control.
I pleaded with him. Our enemies surround us. His lapdogs, Barshud and Ratulko, are incompetent. And this mysterious dark ally corrupts us from within. Please, let us flee with our children and escape from our enemies and this dark ally alike, while we still can.
How dare you ask me to choose between my duty to the Empire I am heir to and my own family? I cannot! We cannot abandon Amok's duel! We cannot fail the Hool! We cannot abandon Amok's duel! We cannot fail the Hool.
He was already lost. I decided I would have to act to save myself and my children.
Kotraka, I am sorry.
Okay, this was supposed to kick me out and it didn't. At least this time I got a loading screen.
She believes some dark force now controls her husband, and she must abandon both him and her station to save her children's lives. Even if we cannot be sure that Kotraka Saiya's help will turn the tide of the coming battle in our favor, the time to act is now.
Okay, we're gonna go do this blue one, Meat of the Wasteland.
That was a bounty. Not that bad.
Oh.
Okay, let's go do fashion robbers.
First death of the day. I got this. Just need to set up properly. Just waiting on my cooldowns. See? Knew I could do it. Just needed to set it up. Be right back. I'm back. Oop, wrong way. Gotta go inside. Gotta go tear up the place. Why can I not do this right now? Bug. Cannot harm. Free thrown, okay. I'll be right back. Actually, I think I'm gonna take a break.